are live. Let me give a shout out quick to our live. What's up, my pretty? None of you.
Hello, my darklings. Welcome to another day of Table Talk. Tuesday.
I was right. I was right.
Yeah, he's been crowing about that since he got home on Sunday. So
I was right.
So you guys are going to hear a lot of that. Hello, my beautiful Phoenix.
Hello, Phoenix. Okay.
Yep, and there's the phalanx.
Well, hello, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Big D.
I'm Lady Dragon.
And we are
the Gamecraft Dragon. Oh, I just dropped something.
Did you drop something?
Yeah, I did. I dropped her.
Look at you. You're going to break it before you even paint it.
Don't shush it. I was just getting ready to work on her, too.
Come on. Cindy Dave, my friend. All right. So, we got a lot of news tonight. So tonight, let's start with... She's good, right?
She was until I dropped her again. So I don't like these.
Well, then don't use it. Here, we'll just give you... Here. Let me try this.
We're having issues. I have a
No. I'm not having issues. Grab a large washer.
No. I'm not moving from the spot I am in. I am quite content right where I'm at.
Well, then for now, you're just going to have to hold on to her.
Yes, I'm aware.
All right.
I remember how this works.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Woo. Here's the thing.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I do appreciate it. What might be easier, since we're not going to see you this weekend, but we're going to be there next weekend, just throw them on a flash drive, and I'll get you a spare flash drive or replacement at some point. I'll get it back to you as soon as I copy it. Rather than trying to mail them, just give me a flash drive, and I'll just take the raw files, or at least the edited, not the raw, but the raw file, the edited files. You know what I mean. I know what I mean.
Somebody needs to know what you mean.
Put them on a flash drive. All right.
So,
what's on the bench?
I have 3 things currently on the bench over here. As I'm working on them simultaneously.
Hell, child, my brother, what is going on?
So, first thing I've got is I'm kind of working long overdue on a very undead horse. But I'm in the middle of doing the effects for the wings and the fire and the mane and the tail right now after I've done my pre-shading, as this seems to become my thing.
It's a beautiful piece. It really is beautiful.
I have my Amazon that I've been working on the head of. Squig Boss!
What's up, Squig Boss?
So you can kind of, I've got her. She's an on and off thing. I'm working on her hair right now, trying to get it to pop a little bit more. Very happy with how her face turned out, but the hair needs some love. And it's always interesting when I put the head on the body. And then the other thing that I have just gotten the ability to start working on today is this beautiful red Sonya-esque figure with thighs for days. God, I love that. This is a present going out to my dear friend at the Miniatures Paintbrush, Rob. So, I was actually sitting down to start.
As much as she loves the smaller figures, the bigger ones I've been giving her, she has been just kind of drooling over and really, really loving doing. So,
And this isn't even as big. This is only 150 or 175. I wanted a 200%.
I'm going to try and get one of those, but that's one of those I got to have the printer like nothing else going for like a day or two for that, because if I do a full size, full print,
he's been printing pretty much nonstop for himself.
You know, nonstop, except the stuff I printed for you.
Censor, name the one thing that the only time your printer.
I printed that 2 days ago.
Yeah, and since then, in 2 days, your thing has been going nonstop. And how many plates have you pulled out?
You?
Ha! Don't start with me.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's it for me on the bench. Dee, what do you have on the bench?
Well, let's see.
Other than trying to give yourself 30 degrees.
That was a single accident. Quick safety tip, guys. Zip kicker is amazing, but if you have a super glue on your finger and you spritz it with the zip kicker, you will burn yourself because the chemical reaction causes it to heat up very hot very quickly. Ow, 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 ow. I have a huge blister on the inside of my finger. That's what I was doing like this.
Like, how do you show that without making people
I got a
think
huge blister on the inside of my finger here because I was holding a piece and I got super glue on it while I was trying to zip kick it. But as you all know, last week I did 97 figures in a single week.
We can all hate him now. Just so you know. Totally viable.
And I thought I was done. I had all my Imperial Guard done. And then I found another 2 boxes. So,
none of them belong to me.
Nope. Your Imperial Guard are still over underneath there. Those are yours. But I've got a bunch more Imperial Guard that I'm quick trying to finish off. Just to finish off, so I'll have all my Imperial Guard done. And then I realized I'm a couple vehicles short. So, this is now built. And now it just needs to be painted. But I have my Hellhound done. It's ready for it's primed. It's ready for painting. Actually,
Hi,
no.
Kaiser.
Hi, Kaiser. No, it's the exact same camera. Normally, we have a light on behind us. But it's freaking it's hot as hell. So, I have the lights turned off that we don't need. And I noticed that as soon as I turned the light off there and turned on the camera, that we did get a much better picture. So this will probably become the norm from now on.
Oh, no.
We're all about trying to make it improvements as we go. So yeah, I've got my Hellhound with Dozer Blade and Heavy Flamer in the front here. I've got to do one more of these, and I've got a Basilisk to do. And then I got to get my hands on a Armored Walker, Armored Sentinel. And then with the Armored Sentinel, then I will have my Brigade of Cadians plus a Supreme Command Detachment. It'll be a 2,000-point army done. And then I'll have a solid 2,000-point Marine Army. Imperial Guard Army. And then they announced new rules. Yay! I was right.
We'll get to that. Don't worry.
So
we'll get to that.
So I'm just building and building and building, and whatever gets built, gets built. As we found out today when we went by the store to pick up 2 pots of
no oil.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've got it already listed out. I'm actually going to make it swappable, so depending on points or how things change, it'll be swappable. But yeah, my idea was to make it a plasma, but have the multi-laser option. But I'm pure Cadian. I love the Cadian rules, and even after seeing For the Greater Good, and I have my copy of the Greater Good, I'm still 100% Cadian. My whole scheme is based on, and the way I play them, it's all based on the ones. So, which is why a couple of people have really commented when they've seen my army, because my regular troops, most people when they run troops for Imperial Guard, they're just 9 stock normal dudes and a single sergeant with las pistol and chainsaw, just as stock cheap as you can get.
Not my husband.
Not me. Every unit has a plasma. Every unit has a box caster.
Gosh, she's got such beautiful
Yeah.
hips.
Still love Canadians after. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because I was right. I'm so excited by this. I'm so excited for 9th edition. All right, so what else I got? I got let's see, I got about 12 or 15 Cadians left to do. I've got one squad of Tempestus Scions.
Not mine.
Not yours. And then
See, I told you I didn't kill him and make him into chili, guys.
and I started messing with an idea for my new army for I don't know. I've been liking them. I've been looking at them, and I had some lying around, so I built them.
What was left of the ones that I cannibalized?
Yeah. So basically, I have a squad of 3 and a standard bearer, and that's it.
Good.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We wanted to kind of have a cross the table type look. We've been trying to make it more, I don't know, user friendly or appealing. So yeah, I really, really like the Custodes. I liked them to the point that I went this week and I bought the Custodes data cards. And I know, yes, 9th edition's coming, but the rules are going to still be usable up, so it'll work for the time being.
Until, because I don't believe the Custodian army, Custodian rules have actually changed all that much during Psychic Awakening. So.
Oh well, that book hasn't come out yet. That's coming out later.
Which one?
It's called I believe it's not Pariah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
It's going to be the Fangs of the Emperor, because it's going to have the new Sisters of Silence rules, so they'll become playable. It's got the rules for the new characters.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about, because that's the one that's also got.
Plasma Scion.
I think it's War of the Spider, because that's the one that's got.
Yeah, War of the Spider. That's the one. Where is he? He's right here. Hang on, give me a sec. I got him right here. I just gotta find him. Oh, here we go. This is what I did with my.
Shading.
This is what I do with my Plasma Scion. I actually had him so he's just carrying it down below. So he's carrying it one hand low and then pointing with the other hand. It ends up being a really good look.
Unlike what happened when I can't bash the Custodians.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like super excited. I got my guys here, and I've got some Custodes that I'm gonna start messing with now and again. Nothing serious. I'm not gonna go ham on the Custodes. I'm just gonna do them as they come. Well, the other way I do for my Scions, the other way I've got it, I took a regular pistol look for him. I haven't done any like this yet because I'm not doing a full Scions. I'm going to do probably a battalion worth, just three squads of 5 Scions, a couple of Tempesters and a Taurox, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit to have some fun with them. Because again, I'm a Cadian guy. I love the Cadians. I just wanted some Tempestus Science to give them a little bit more punch.
Allow them to have some damn psychers.
Yeah. And the thing is with them, I actually got a pack, a 5-pack of the plasma guns that GW sells separately. So the ones that they're supposed to be made for tactical Marines, you can buy a 5-pack of them. You just take that guy. It's got a fist. It's basically got a pistol grip on it. So you put him on there and just do that. And so he's holding it like you would a normal gun. And I mean, that 5-pack ran me, I want to say it was like $6. I had it delivered to the GW store I'm at, and I just did that. That's actually how I did a number of my Imperial Guard that have plasma because, again, I love plasma. I love plasma. And the Imperial Guard does not come. I always get this camera angle screwed up. Imperial Guard does not come with enough plasma, so I just put plasma on my Imperial Guard because I want to melt some faces.
That sounds healthy.
Yeah, well, it's the Imperial Guard way. So, okay, so that's the Imperial Guard I got working on. Like I said, this guy turned out beautiful. I love this. I love the dozer blade on this thing. I'm going to have one more Hellhound when this is done because, again, I want to melt faces, and that's what these things do. I have the Custodians. What else am I working on? Oh, yeah, that's right, Meeks.
Oh, are we to that now? I figured you would have finished on the bench.
We're on the bench. This is on the bench because it's on the bench. It's right there. It's right freaking there. It is on the bench. So, Mr. Meeks
is awesome.
I love this man, and he and I are doing a swap. He bought 2 boxes of Prophecy of the Wolf, and that's exactly it. He's got 2 boxes of Prophecy of the Wolf. And he got 2 of them, and he did the one Ragnar. He's like, I don't know how well it's going to turn out, so I got 2 of them just in case I screw him up. And he got through his Ragnar. He's like, this came out great. Well, then I've got an extra Ragnar. And I'm like, well, what do you want in trade for it? I mean, I'll even buy it off you if you want. He's like, I'll trade you some stuff. So we're working on the trade. But in the meantime, I got Ragnar.
Also in the box.
So excited. We'll get to that.
Too bad.
I am so excited because, again, I run Blackmane Company for my Primaris. So having the Primaris Blackmane with all my Primaris wolves is, I'm so excited. And then because he had 2 boxes and they were both pre-ordered, he got an extra set of the art cards with the stat line. So he sent those to me again. Mr. Meeks, thank you so much.
I like receiving a little bit.
It's crazy. Ragnar's amazing. Gazkul is still not really growing on me. I still love the figure. He doesn't do what I need him to do for my army. So I'm still not really burnt about not getting one because he's beautiful, but he's not for my army. No. No, that's naughty. Now I want to say also the other thing that Mr. Meeks did was, I'm really super happy about this. He sent me some alternate basing materials, and I got to talk about this because I just got these today. So this looks like a bag of flint chicks. These look like these are actual flint.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really cool for some special basing. And then I don't even know what this is. I wonder if it has a smell or anything to it.
It looks like sawdust to me.
Yeah, it's just sawdust, but it looks like it's like a hardwood sawdust. Really nice. It's really beautiful.
Little too hard.
So I got a big bag of this, and then this, which looks like, I'm not sure if it's coconut fiber or what. I got to look at it. I want to talk about this, but it's a bag of fibrous stuff again for basing and stuff. It's real. Oh, it's shale. Okay. So yeah, I gotta talk to me. I gotta talk to Meeks about what this other stuff is because it's really cool, and it's good stuff. I just want to, and I'm putting together a box for him, and
now he feels like he has to ramp it up.
Yeah, I gotta kind of ramp it up because I just had some stuff in there, and now I'm like,
oh hell.
Oh hell. So, I mean, I thought I would some cool stuff and. Not
like those urban foxes.
They're delicious. Taste like cat.
Stay the hell away from my cat stand.
All right. So yeah, that's on my bench. Ragnar he does not jump to the head of the class, but he is coming soon. I want to get through these Cadians. I want to get through the rest of the Cadians before I get into that. These are done. Why are these over here? You don't want these over here.
I had those over there so that we would remember to send them out and make their video.
Okay, so we didn't do their video today because it was hot.
Oh my god.
It was so hot today. Well, it wasn't even that hot. It was just, the humidity was at like 95% for most of the day. And since it was like 85 degrees, that's Fahrenheit. So you Celsius people, it's got to be like
nasty.
I mean, I do the conversion, but I want to say it's like 30 degrees Celsius. It was just disgusting. 30 degrees Celsius. It was just disgusting today. Oh, it was so thick.
We tried. We really did. We were going to make a game table today.
Yeah, I got all this. I got a video. I got 2 videos we're going to work on because I'm going to be assembling the ultimate game table because I've got the parts and we're going to be putting together this really cool game table with like storage for like easily disassemblable, easily reassemblable. So if you move, you can take it with you, but also have a huge amount of storage for all your terrain and stuff underneath it. It's just awesome. Yeah, I was like, that's not happening today. It's too hot.
I made him put the air conditioner in.
Yeah, I had to install the air conditioner and set up some fans, and yeah, it was lovely. So
the joy of living in the Midwest. Nobody knows what central heating and air is.
This joy of the Midwest. We could buy central air, and we'd use it for like a week a year. But that week, you really want it. And the rest of the year, you're like, oh, my God, why did I spend this much?
No, not with the heat. You never think that when you get the heat portion of it all.
Yeah, well.
Trust the man.
All right. So that's on the bench. Bench.
Yep, so we covered that part.
And I got some parts I'm printing for my Nurgle Knight. I'm making a Nurgle Knight. I'm making some Chaos Knights, but we'll talk about when I get closer to being done, I'll get that stuff printed up and get that videoed up and show you it's cool stuff. I'm doing like this big skull pauldron. It's gonna be cool. So that's almost a half hour worth of fun on the bench. We got a lot of stuff on the bench. I did paint 97 miniatures last week. I was 3 short. God.
I'm so glad you guys like him because he seriously almost ended up in a ditch.
If you got me in a ditch, you got to feed me cheesy popcorn.
Nope. Bury your ass in that damn ditch.
Oh.
And you are no ditch kitty.
No, I'm Ditch Dragon.
Man, can I get a little orange kitten and name it Ditch Kitty?
No.
And feed it cheesy poops, cheesy popcorn?
No, but you can feed Apollo cheesy poops. He loves cheesy poops.
Yeah, we need to get some more of those, by the way. Genius here, after hearing about Ditch Kitty, decided to see what happens if he gave our pit bull cheesy poofs. Dog's an addict.
They are his favorite. Anybody opens up a bag of cheesy something, he's like,
oh, he's right there. He's your best friend.
Is that mine? Is that mine? Is that mine? Is that for me?
Yes, that's for me. Yes, I know. I can see it.
So yeah, the weird thing is because I got really stuck on all this Cadian stuff that I've been dying to get to and haven't been getting to.
It was clear a week ago until somebody had to bring out his pile of shame, and he has yet to put it away.
Yes, I did. I did put it. Shut up. Good Lord, I put it all away.
I had nothing to do with any of this shit.
No, there's some printing stuff. Oh, no, the bottle of ketchup and mustard from your burgers, that's not yours?
No, that was from dinner last night, and other people used it. Fuck off. Let's see, dude, got my Blackstone Fortress. Very nice. Don't fucking.
I'm not. I'm just rubbing around.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's Blackstone Fortress is one of those things that are really.
We have talked about it, and I have agreed that should he decide to buy it, I will learn how to play it.
We've just been kind of, again, with everything being in the air financial, there's just been a couple of questions here and there. I mean, with them announcing 9th edition and now that Dark Imperium is on the last chance to buy list, and I really wanted another box of that.
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot of Marines and a lot of Plague stuff, and Lord knows I can always try to use for more Plague stuff.
Oh Lord, yeah. Like,
But
we need more.
But the funny thing is, after looking at it again, and you guys will find this out, I looked at it again, and I'm like, in the same way I looked at.
Which one of us cussed? Me?
I don't know.
Probably me.
I don't know. Yeah, after looking at Dark Imperium, and I was like, you know.
What was the whole reason? Oh, that's right. You wanted it for the Nurgle.
I wanted it for some Nurgle bits and a crap ton of Marines. Well,
we talked about potentially using those Marines for my.
Right.
Or your.
Or mine.
Yeah, it kind of depended on whoever came first.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get the new edition. And let's talk about that real quick. Let's get on the news, because we got news from the game, and then we got news about the channel, because we're going to be doing some small changes to the channel. Not big changes, but some small changes that I think is going to serve everybody. That's really awesome. I mean, I'll tell you, we're looking at seeing if we can try and pick up Blackstone Fortress before it goes end of life, because it's a good game. Beautiful figures. The game, I hear, is a lot of fun, and I don't know. The funny thing is, though, we don't have a lot of time for board game playing. So I think if we had board games we really wanted to play, we'd play them. We'd make the time. I mean, I'm sure if we had Blackstone Fortress all done and painted, we could probably get Phoenix and Commodore to come over and play with us.
Eat it, baddies. We're coming for you.
So, all right. Let's get on the 9th. Okay, let's first talk about the rules.
He has been waiting, guys.
I was right. Okay. Okay. So.
Yep, Kaiser.
Yes. So let's just start from the beginning. In January, I was talking about this on the channel here, where through sources I had, and some of you know who those sources are, it was pretty much figured out that 9th edition was coming this summer, and it was going to be Necrons. And that is why when every time we've talked about the Psychic Awakening, I'm going, you know, where are the Necrons? Not seeing the Necrons. Where are the Necrons? They're going to be in the last book. I'm telling you, the Necrons are going to be in the last book. Lo and behold, they're in the last book. And I said the point then, you know what? They're going to do this just like they did the Coming Storm, or whatever that trilogy was of campaign books they did at the end of 7th edition that heralded the resurrection of Guilliman, the rise of the Ynnari, and then the war with the Death Guard over the Ynnari Crone Blades, or whatever they're called. You know what they're called.
Crone Blades. The
Crone Blades, which is basically the core of what the conflict in 8th edition was supposed to be about, was the fight over those Crone Blades. So,
real quick pause, just for those of you who are curious. The Ynnari are currently in possession of all of them. They cannot get the last one because no one is willing to go into Slaaneash's Palace of Pleasure.
So there it is. So that's all pretty much resolved at this point with the end of Psychic Awakening. And so here come the Necrons. Ninth edition box, Necrons and Marines. New Marines, melee Marines. Okay, first disappointment that I'm happy for but disappointed for. They could have put those Assault Primaris Intercessors that they made a big deal about showing off in that video. They could have dropped them into the box with Ragnar, and lo and behold, my complaints for the box would have been done, and I would have bought the box. Hell or high water be damned. We would have had a very melee-looking Primaris. Oh my gosh. Well, okay.
I've been listening to this at all.
But they didn't.
Hi, Tina.
Hey, Tina. And that's the thing. They could have just done that, released them a couple months early, and gone, hey, guys, and when 9th edition drops, you'll be able to get more of them. So for right now, they're a wolf-only unit. Oh, my gosh. Give the wolves something. Just give us something. All right, well, they didn't, but that's okay. I got Ragnar. Ragnar's beautiful. I'm going to build Ragnar. He'll be beautiful. And we're getting Assault Marines.
Because chain swords are back.
Because chain swords are back. Yeah. Okay, so that being said, 9th edition's coming. Is it going to be a box set? I love how coyly they talked about, what's the new box set going to be like? Somebody asked the Q&A, and they were all like, well, we haven't said there's going to be a box set. But gosh, wouldn't it be great if we, shut up. There's going to be a starter box. It's going to have Marines and Necrons. We're not idiots. It's an Astartes chainsword. It's not, I'm surprised they don't call it a Primaris chainsword. A Primaris Astartes chainsword to differentiate it from the chainswords that the Imperial Guard use and the chainswords that the Sisters of Battle use.
One just goes vroom vroom.
Yeah, no, they're gonna have new stats. I'm gonna bet you right now, and I'm saying it right here, right now. You can date and time this and mark it on your calendar. That those Astartes chainswords are going to be -1 AP. They're going to give them an AP bonus. And I'm betting the pistols that those guys are going to be carrying. They name it in it. Yeah, they're going to give that thing a -1 AP, and I'm betting they're going to give the assault intercessors. They're going to be a troop, and they're going to give them those pistols are going to be the same stats as the Phobos pistols that the Reavers have. I'm calling it now, like I'm seeing it, because if they don't, they're going to make Reavers redundant. Yes and no, because Reavers are still going to have the ability to drop in on second turn that regular for no CP that regular intercessors will not. They're also going to have the jump packs and the grapple guns, so they'll be able to do effectively fly without having fly. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make them redundant. They got to figure something out with them though, because right now they're not worth taking. I wouldn't bother taking. I have like 20 Reavers that I've got painted up in wolf colors because right now they're great for wolves. I'm going to be swapping them all out for assault Marines. Have a day. Chainswords and heavy pistols. We're coming, boys. Primaris Blood Claws. I'm excited.
Again, this is what I live with.
So yeah, this is going to be great. And everybody's like, "Oh, it's just more Primaris. It's more Primaris." Yeah, and you know what? That's what we're getting from this point forward. They're not going to go back and do any new tactical Marines.
The Primaris are here.
The Primaris are here to stay, and
so stop whining, pull up your big boy pants, and go to war.
They don't have a rule for that, but I think they have a stratagem that lets them do that, Kaiser. I don't know. I know they have the ability to do that in Kill Team, throw that stun grenade that the Reavers have. But I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they do it in. I've never used it in regular 40K. I use my Reavers. I run them in right behind my Smash Captain, so I have no idea.
Which in Kill Team he loves until he fights my Custodes.
I hate Custodes.
No, you hate my Custodes.
If you can't beat them, build them.
Because my Custodes will just humiliate them.
So, all right. So what else? Necrons. Necrons are getting a full rework. It looks like they're getting. Instead of us getting a Primarch right off the bat, or every year they've been releasing like a Primarch or a Primarch-like character every year. This year, it looks like we're getting the Silent King. Yeah, that Silent King was gross. Yes, that was the thing. I noticed in that video, I mean, they put so much of Sisters of Battle in there, and that was awesome. And I honestly believe I honestly believe the reason they're put that much emphasis on the system of battle, to be blunt, they just got a complete refresh less than a year ago, as both of you are aware of. So you know, they're going to get love because they really are the midpoint between Imperial Guards, System of Battle, and then Marines. So, and I love the Ladies of Battle.
You better, because they're a little intense.
They're a little intense. So,
aren't that right, Tina? The Ladies of Battle will make you regret
all your life decisions. So yeah, I mean, that video was so hype. We must have watched that video just 3 or 4 times that morning.
And what's really sad is the part that I liked the most was the new logo.
You know what part I liked the most?
Then again, I can also say I really liked when it was her and the red helmeted guy doing the whole, Circle O Hero thing where she's just grinning and she's just shooting shit down.
I gotta tell you, my favorite part in that whole video, straight up, is the Assault Marine going, 5 dudes, 1 chainsaw. Let me show you something, biatch. Zut, zut, zut. I'm gonna shoot.
Oh my god, when they did the camera pan around him,
and he's just shooting, and then he kills one of the guy with the chainsaw. Then he flips the sword around and stabs behind his back and shoots with the gun, and then shoots with the gun and kills the other way. I mean, oh my god. Oh, that is what chainswords are supposed to be like. They're gonna be awesome.
And of course, every single time I look at that, I go, oh yeah, they can move really well. For whatever reason, I thought that Space Marines were clunky as crap in those things. It was like, no. They move like ballet dancers. I swear to God. Very comic book. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, and he sends us his angels. Yeah. Angels of death, because that's what the other name for the Marines are. And the voice guy, they got Epic Voice Guy to do the voiceover part when the Marines took over. That was awesome.
Oh, I loved how they had the 2 different narratives.
Oh, I mean,
one by her and one by them, and it's just one of those. There you go.
It is. I think what it was is that since they decided to go and start doing an entertainment division with television and movies and TV shows, I think they went, well, I'm going to do that. We should actually just make decent trailers for a game. Oh, crap. That's a trailer. I mean, have you watched Vagrant Queen on Sci-Fi? It does a lot of paused action fights.
No,
I have not. We'll have to watch that. That sounds cool. And that video was so... Oh, that video was so good. All right.
Moving on to the next part.
So what do we know? So we know that now the Marines are getting the Primaris Marines are getting a chainsword pistol combo close combat version. They're also getting what look like Gravis armor Marines with a power sword and a storm shield. Wow. There is a Primaris Lieutenant that's been shown with either a plasma pistol. Yeah, storm shields with dead bodies nailed to them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to painting those.
The discussion that how often do you think that skeleton gets destroyed on the shield, and how do they choose who ends up on the shield?
It afterwards? Doesn't. They find the first dead guardsman, or semi-dead guardsman. They dip him in ceramite and nail him to the shield. He's fine. He's made of the same stuff the shield is now. But they've shown the models. I mean, they're Gravis armor. So, oh my gosh, does that mean that we're going to see some other Gravis armor variants? Does that mean we're finally going to have Primaris Terminators? Finally? The Gravis armor getting more than just the, what do they call them? The aggressors. And, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing some close combat versions. And they're going to do stuff to make close combat better, since 8th edition was the edition of shooting people.
And they did announce that, yes.
Yeah, they were. If you look at them close, those are Gravis armor. I could be wrong, but when I looked at them,
I saw something about Phobos armor. Stop picking.
Primaris getting upgrades for Kill Team. They did say that when the new edition comes out, there will be some additions for Kill Team. So I think we're going to see them actually support Kill Team. Now, I was ringing the death knell for Kill Team earlier this year.
Yes, he was.
And I was wrong. Because it looks like that they're saying that there's going to be new stuff for Kill Team, because they hadn't done anything with Kill Team in 6 months, and half the stuff had gone on a print after they did the new box set. Well, they're going to have new Marines. They're going to do stuff.
Vulcan limbs.
Yeah, so they're getting Primaris are getting upgrades so that people could stop complaining about Primaris being so damn generic. I kind of like that. You're probably going to see a lot more units come up in Kill Team. I'll be honest. With the way, because they talked about Kill Team quite a bit in the Q&A. It's beautiful. They talked about that a lot in the Q&A. So Kill Team's going to get a lot. The 9th edition is going to be amazing. Some of the new Necron models, I don't know Necrons. Point blank, I don't know Necrons. I love them, but I don't know them that well. I know a couple figures. I don't play them, so I don't know them. And I don't think so. I still don't think this is a nail in the coffin for Tactical Marines. And I'll tell you why, because I stick with this. Tactical Marines are still have more options than it looks like when you look at a Primaris unit. And this is something that they've been sticking to. When a Primaris unit is built, and when you go by the lore of the Primaris, like you have a group of Primaris intercessors. All the intercessors have the same equipment except for the sergeant. And the sergeant may or may not have the same stuff. When you look at any... Yeah.
Al, you're a little young to be Yoda.
Hiya.
I just have to get that in there. Since he's not going to probably stop talking about this for a while.
Well, let's see. Do I think they're going to give a key on getting new units for all the weapon options? Well, that's the thing. Now, again, they called them assault intercessors. So I'm wondering if they're going to be their own box. I'm wondering if they're going to be their own box, but they're going to have the options to be regular intercessors. I wonder if they're going to the intercessors are going to get repackaged. Let's be honest, they're probably not. They're going to be their own box. They want to sell units. But at the same time, when they released the infiltrators, they also had the other variant armor and the other option in the same box. So you got the infiltrators or the other, I forget what they're called. I only use them as infiltrators. So I think we're going to see some units get repackaged. I think we're going to see intercessors get repackaged since they're a basic unit. But again, I don't think they're going to get. Well, they said point blank they're not going to get rid of Tactical Marines, and Tactical Marines.
Don't you trust James' workshop?
I don't think they're going to get. They're not going to get rid of Tactical Marines. They've already said twice, just in the Q&A and the pre-Q&A FAQ, they're not getting rid of Tactical Marines. They're just not going to happen. Now, what does this mean? It means that you're going to have, if you have Tactical Marines, you're going to run them. Well, what's the difference? Well, Tactical Marines, again, they have more, because they're smaller and have less wounds, it's okay for them to have more manipulation in the unit. I want to run a group of tacticals. So I run a group of 5, and I've got 3 regular guys and the sergeant, and then I've got a guy with a heavy weapon in there, or a guy with a plasma weapon, but the rest of them have bolt guns. Or I'm going to run a 10-man unit, and I'm going to run a plasma weapon and a missile rack. And Nothing. No other units. No Primaris units have missiles. So they've only got plasma for their heavy weapons. There are times I prefer the missiles to plasma. That range is phenomenal. So I don't see tacticals going away. I don't see tacticals being used as a up-in-your-face assault anymore. But at the same time, they still got a 3-up armor save with a 4 strength and 4 toughness. They're better than most other people's basic troops. So they're still quite viable. They're just they're not Primaris. Primaris are even bigger and better. So really, Primaris and them have the exact same stats. They just have an extra wound. And they have less manipulation. I love tacticals. As a Space Wolves player, they're never getting rid of my Grey Hunters. When I can throw a unit of guys down that's got a heck ton of different weapons and a Terminator leading them and all kinds of crap, and I can throw them into a Rhino and run them across the table and drop them in your face, or put them in a Storm Wolf and drop them in your face. No, the tacticals aren't going anywhere. They're just what used to be a whatever you want unit. You know, the unit you would use to that you would just kind of buy the pieces for and manipulate to what you want to use it for. They want you to buy full units and buy another unit and buy another unit and buy a unit and not magnetize. So you notice Games Workshop, they sell you hobby glue, they sell you hobby knives, they sell you hobby paintbrushes and paint and sealant and primer and basing. And what is the one real hobby tool that they don't sell? Magnets. Oh, did you want to build that vehicle? Build that vehicle. Oh, did you want the other weapon variant? Buy the vehicle again and then build it in that variant and have both. Well, why wouldn't I just magnetize it? Oh, don't be stupid. You want 2 of them anyhow. You love buying our stuff. I mean, that's the way they look at it. So I'm not too surprised. And again, I'm not really that. Yeah, no magnets means more money, and it doesn't bother me. I will be honest. I'm one of those bad guys. I do magnetize, but very little. Most of my magnets are for magnetizing stuff so that I can disassemble it and put it away easier. I don't magnetize like normal little dudes. I don't magnetize them. If I want to have an extra flamer guy, I just build another guy. Yeah, and it's it's the same thing. But again, the Primaris every member of the Primaris unit is the same except for the sergeant. So, I'll just buy more units. It's I give them more money, but it's not like I don't like their stuff. I mean, I have a channel dedicated to basically playing their game. I'm going to give them my money. I'm just not going to give them all of my money, and I'm not going to be stupid about it. I'm not going to sit here and buy figures for lines I don't want or don't need. Like, honestly, I don't see us at any time in the future buying any Gene Stealer cults. I mean, do you want some Gene Stealer cults? I don't want any Gene Stealer cults either. So we'll probably never buy Gene Stealer cults in this house because I don't think anybody likes them in this house.
I think there was some talk about picking up possibly a Kill Team version of them just to...
Yeah, we talked about that. And then what did we do? We stopped talking.
It was never mentioned again.
Yeah.
Because you went and got Gene Stealer Tyranids.
Actually, I'm not. This is the beauty of this starter box. I get all the Marines.
And our Plague Child.
Plague Child, who is playing Necrons, gets the Necron half of the box. They're going to be having... They've gotten so far, they've got the Kill Team box for the Necrons, they've got a Necron starter collection, and then when 9th edition comes out, they're going to get the Necron half of the box. And it'll be lovely for them. And if they hadn't chosen Necrons, well, I'd have a full Necron army now because I love the Necrons. don't know them, so I haven't built them because I don't play them.
We try not to duplicate armies in this household.
Yeah.
I figure if I ever want to play, if I ever play wolves, I'll just borrow his.
Yeah, you know, and if I ever really want to play Drukari or Eldar, I'm just going to play hers because and it's not that we don't like the other armies, it's just that it's easier that way to kind of keep track of.
We don't honestly have that much money.
Well, it's not even
we
that.
won the lotto. We'd have an entire shelf,
But
probably nothing but his armies, and another shelf, nothing but my armies.
Well, you know what? I still don't think we do. I still don't think. I don't know. I still don't think we would. I wouldn't build. I mean, if you really want to play wolves, you'd play wolves. But when you want to build your Marines, you want to build your salamanders.
Salamander successor chapter.
I think the only army that's going to have any kind of lap over is Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
Because you kind of want to do some fun stuff with the Imperial Guard, mainly because you like doing the girls from Fenris, and you want to do the guys from we are the best of science. We are trying not to explode.
His wings are coming out really cool.
Great, that's awesome.
I might be able to put his rider on and finish it.
Cool. So yeah, as you can't tell, we're super excited for 9th. We, as in you and me, we, as a Gamecraft Dragons, we are excited for 9th for a couple reasons. Because 9th edition also means there's going to be after that. Okay, hang on a quick sec. Let me rewind a minute before we go into that. I want to see this and I want to look here. Are we going to get some new Cadian sculpts with girls? You know what? After that video, they better damn well give us some new Imperial Guard sculpts with female guardsmen. Because there were 3 people in that fight, and only one of them survived, and that was the female guardsman. Both dudes got their faces melted. Awesome animation, but damn straight. They need female sculpts. Now, I will tell you...
That poor girl, though. She's going to need some serious therapy, man.
No, she doesn't. Because she was like, I'm all freaked out. And then this beautiful woman came in and killed the crap out of all the Necrons. She's like, I know what I want to be. I want to be awesome and be one of them. Wait a minute. I don't think I have one here. Oh, I do. Okay, hang on.
I posted pretties.
Yeah, I know. I saw. All right. So it's really hard to see.
Give me a second, Hotel.
Let me get behind here a minute here. But what this is, Cadian. Well, this is a little different here. This is my Cadian. This is one of my Cadian figures. But everything on this is stock GW except for the head and the legs. Victoria Miniatures does a line of Imperial Guard that are female Imperial Guard. And the legs are a little slimmer and a little different than the regular Imperial Guard legs. And they've got female faces and heads. And I actually picked up a pair of those. So I have, of my 70 Imperial Guardsmen, or I think it's like 80 some odd Imperial Guardsmen, I picked up one pack because they were a little expensive, but I've got 10 girls mixed in there. And yeah, that's not like half, not even a third, but I did that because they've shown in a couple of ways that Imperial Guard are female.
So that's the only time that women are allowed to do anything to do with the military.
So,
or if they're sister,
they need to give us something with the Imperial Guard. Considering all the flack they've been given about how bad those the old Cadian sculpts, and especially even worse, the old Kachikan sculpts are. I'd like to hope. I hope. I'd like to see. I'd like to see them do some resculpts, especially now that they've now released 3 characters, new Kachikin characters in the last, what is it, year and a half now? The commander with the power fist, the female Vasquez with the machine gun, and then the dude with the cutting off the orc's head. They've released 3 of them in the last year and a half. It's time for us to give them some. Yeah, it's time for them to give us some. It's time for them to give us some female Imperial Guard. Honestly. And put some more character in the Imperial Guard. If you go back to the early Imperial Guard, there were some different sculpts, and they were kind of cool. And now they all kind of look exactly the same, and that's kind of lame. So, meh. But, you know, I'm just glad that they're doing more with the Primaris, because I'm tired of hearing people complain about how terrible Primaris are. Primaris are awesome. Screw y'all. I love Primaris. They're big, and my little beady eyes can see them and paint them, and I like them. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. And you know, here's the honest truth on that one, Kaiser. They've really moved away from cheesecake. I mean, honestly, they've really moved away from cheesecake. You look at like the new Sisters of Battle, and they're beautiful sculpts. But those are square-jawed angry women that are going to come in and beat you to death. They're not the prettiest of pretty ladies. They're fully armored up, not wearing stiletto heels. Yeah, you know, I mean...
I like them when they're display pieces.
And, you know, here's the thing. There is a time and place for cheesecake. I am not going to lie. There are times that I have a lot of cheesecake art, and I like that sort of art. I like pinup art. I mean, there's a reason.
Cheesecake pinup.
There's a reason that we buy some of the figures we do for display
Don't
pieces.
mind me. I'm also checking some of the messages that some of you have sent me.
Yeah. But yeah, some of them do look really bad. Some of them look just like, oh, it's pornography in miniature form. There's a specific...
Like that one I said was lewd.
Yeah. And, you know, there are people that buy those, and that's who those are marketed towards.
Please excuse me, I need to... What's the dog's going?
I'm
gonna go rescue the dog.
You know, you look at like Wargame Exclusive, and you know they've got their cheesecake line, and some of them are really good, and some are pretty bad. If you're looking for female figures, yeah, and I agree. There are some that are pretty bad, and some of them are okay. Some that aren't too bad at all. She's getting some to actually use them from. Oh gosh, I can't think of them now. They're the toughest girls in the galaxy. I can't think of the line of miniatures now, but they're pretty cheesecake, but they're tasteful cheesecake, and that's cool. Wargame Exclusive has a Tau sniper that's basically wearing her rifle, and that is it. And you know, I don't know, but I don't think about cloven-footed, you know, Raging Heroes. Yeah, Raging Heroes. No, Raging Heroes is cheesecake, but they're tastefully done. You know, there's some Wargame Exclusive ones that aren't. There's some ones from Wargame Exclusive. Like I said, there's a Tau sniper that's basically wearing her rifle, and that's it. Not my thing. They've got a commissar that is... They have a fully dressed, normal-looking female commissar that's really, really cool. And then they have a pinup version of a commissar that's like, yeah, that's some heresy right there. That's the definition of heresy. So, yeah. it all comes down to taste and what you're willing to play with and what you like. There are some guys out there, and this was more prevalent back in the day when Games Workshop was a lot more free in some of their casts and their sculpts. There are some early Slaneshi demons that were like, yeah, that's borderline pornography there. Okay, well, that's what you're gonna do. And I remember there being a couple of guys at the game store like, oh, I gotta get me some more of those. I like those. Blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, it's a freaking lead miniature. What are you eating them? What's wrong with you?
Our tank-like buddy decided to come back and live in the column for a little bit.
What?
That big dark pit.
Oh.
It's out the front. That hall was like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the funny. I think that's even the second generation. The first generation were basically strippers with little tiny lobster claw hands. They were bald strippers with tiny little clipper hands. It is what it is. Exactly, and that's the thing. There are kids that play this game. There are people, young people, that I'm trying to introduce to this game, and I don't want to walk in with an army of, a Playboy bunny, Playboy centerfolds with guns. That's just not cool. I may like that art in my private life, but that's my private life. If I'm going out to interact with other people, there's kind of that whole social normalcy you got to kind of put out there. I'm just saying, there's a reason why gamers get bad reps, and it's those kind of people. So, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're willing to put your army down in front of, oh, don't even get me started about Magic. There's one of the reasons I stopped playing Magic was because I was watching how lewd players were getting with what they were wearing in the playmats and what they were getting away with. And even some of the art, it wasn't getting it wasn't like, it was getting super suggestive for art with the cards. And I'm like, hang on a second here. I thought this was a kid's game. And, again, what's the matter? Okay.
Oh, it's a. Okay, that's cool.
What?
The
Horse Heresy figure?
No, I asked what the basis of this figure was because I couldn't figure it out. It's the basis of the Valkyrie female that's going to be hanging out with the Eclipse Stalkers, and apparently he's using it the Sister of Silence
from the Horus Heresy.
Yes.
Very nice. Speaking of which, that's actually one of the things I want to get. You think you get the 3D printer, and everyone's like, oh, you're not going to buy miniatures again. There is a new miniature for the Sisters of Silence and Custodies, that the two of them come in one box. I want to get that box with the two of them in it. I think it's $50 for the two of them. I want
something like that, yeah.
So that way
I'm getting the one with Ephraim Stern and her boy.
Yeah, and the thing is, you cannot play one in your army without playing both. So, and I kind of want to play Sisters of Battle in my army with them, but they don't have rules. Sisters of Science, that's what I meant. Sisters of Silence, but I don't have rules for them yet. I really want it. I really want that box. So that's probably one of my next purchases. Now that I'm building some dudes.
I guess it's a good thing I didn't want to do that.
Actually, that's one of those armies that we can both play. I'm not like super attached to it. I just like the idea of painting them. And you want to paint someone too. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's really not.
Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent eggplant relish. You know, and that's the thing. Now that they're even talking about that soup is going to be less seen now that they really want to push for mono armies. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. Because one of the reasons she's building guard is to go with a bunch of my knights, so that we can do loyal 32 to go with the knights.
Except for loyal 32 doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, with the new changes to 9th, that may or may not be a thing anymore. So we'll see. That being said, now that we're talking about 9th, back on 9th again real quick, one of the things we want to do is when 9th edition comes out, I'm going to pre-order it, obviously. I'm going to pre-order the starter box. And the day we get it in our hot little hands, we're going to do a... Yeah, if you play Sisters, you lose your things. Just like Marines. There's no reason to play Marines in Soup anymore because they lose their battle doctrines. I'm not doing that. You want to play Marines with Marines and Sisters with Sisters. So anyhow, when 9th edition comes out, we're gonna be ordering a starter box for it, obviously, and we're gonna do an unboxing when we get it, and we're gonna kind of sit down and grind through the rules. I'm gonna sit down and grind through the rules pretty hardcore. Our thought is for the channel, and it would a lot of stuff depend on if you guys think this would be useful. There's a lot of guides on how to play 40K, but they don't break it really down on how to play 40K. They talk about, like how to do one or two things, but they don't really teach people how to play the game like from the ground up. And that's something I want to do. So, hang on, guys.
Someone's still on a job hunt, so if he gets all right. Let me get some shoes on. Lady out. Oh, call it.
Sorry, small minor emergency. Let me move the camera. This will be me for the rest of the night here. All right, here we go. So, what we're thinking about doing for 9th edition is... Yeah, my secrets. You want them? Yeah, take them.
Oh.
She's having to take the card of Good Hope, right?
What's the 3rd chapter? Yes! Bro trip 4,000 or 40,000.
Take those. Calm them.
I'm on my way. Right now.
That's actually one of the things we want to do. Have they released a hint yet? No. We have a 3rd member of our household, and they're having automobile problems. So they're getting the car towed right now, and Lady Dragon is going to go pick them up from where they're dropping them off. So minor snafu, nothing we can't handle. Now, let's quick go over here. Have they hinted at a release for 9th? They have not hinted at a release for 9th. It'll probably be some point this summer, obviously. My assumption is, with everything they've geared up on it, I'm assuming they're going to gun hard for it because I assume that they're going to be playing this for, planning this for, I would say, late June or July. They're probably on the table. Where the heck is she? The one up there? Okay. Automobiles. You gotta hate them. So let's rewind this back a minute. The 9th edition, they haven't hinted on when it's going to happen. My guess would be probably end of June to early July, honestly. I don't think they want to sit in this very long. If they are already putting Dark Imperium on the last chance to buy, that's, I mean, they're going to have it on last chance to buy for probably 2 to 3 weeks, whenever their stock is gone, and then they're gonna I don't know. Honestly, I'm thinking it's gonna be late June, early July. We'll see the new edition. And yeah, you're talking. That's the whole thing. That's part of the reason why we're looking at the whole narrative campaign thing. That's really what we want to do. We want to start off. We kind of want to do the whole narrative campaign thing, since we've got 3 players and at least one other player that we play with on a regular basis, and hopefully 2, another newbie to the game as well. The thought is that we do a series of smaller videos where we go over like how you start off the game, like how you play the game, and the basics of how somebody picking up the game for the first time, what they're going to do with all this stuff. Get them to play the game, and then do like a little narrative campaign. Since 2 of us are professional writers. Well, I'm a professional writer. She's a semi-professional writer. She's got a pretty huge following for the stuff she writes. Do like a narrative campaign setup, and then use the narrative campaign rules, this whole crusade rules, and run a campaign for her Ynnari Drukhari elves, and probably my Imperial Guard or my Marines. We're looking at that going, that'd be kind of cool. And then follow the rules and watch them as they grow, and go over the rules of how they change as things go on. That's totally one of the things we're looking at doing. Since a lot of videos and a lot of channels out there focus on the competitive end of the game. They focus on 2,000 point match play game, 1,750 match play game. I enjoy playing that way, but as soon as she, and that's why it's a shame she had to leave, as soon as she heard about the whole idea of the narrative crusade, where you start with like a rookie dude and you work your way up, as soon as she heard about that, she's like, that sounds like fun. She could actually do the fluff behind her Ynnari squad. The whole idea is that she's got this one succubus that heard Yvraine speak, and was like, I'm down, and brought her crew with her. And it's spiraled from that. That's her concept. They've got her leader and her 10 witches and the raider they stole, and how they grow as a unit. And at the same time, I'm got an idea for actually a non-Space Wolf army. I've got a really cool idea for a regular Codex compliant Space Marine army that I've been wanting to mess around for a bit. I want to give a quick shout out to Heinrich Botha, one of my patrons. He's worked with me a little bit, and I now have the custom shoulder pieces and a ancient banner for my army, so I could actually build this army with their symbol. Now, you guys know that we're the game Craft Dragons, and here's the thing, and you may have noticed that my brother, Alex Drake, that's our actual last name. So I have been kind of fixated with dragons and drakes and that whole thing since I was very little. I have an entire curio cabinet that covers most of one wall of my living room that's filled with just dragons. So I love dragons. So I'm working on my Space Marine army, the Crimson Dragons, and so they're a group of Marines, and I'm doing them so they're not specifically a successor chapter of any one chapter, so I can play them using the successor chapter rules I want, depending on what I'm in the mood to play. And then one of the things I'll be able to do is that pick up the named characters, like a Tor Garadon or a Forge Father, what's his name, from the Iron Warriors, or a Caven Shrike, and paint them up, but swap out their shoulder pad for my shoulder pad, and then paint them up in my unit's colors. And then, well, we're a successor chapter of them, and this is, this is Steve Garadon. He's plays as, it's a Tor Garadon, but his name is Steve. And he's just like Tor Garadon, and we're using Imperial Fist rules for that type of thing. So we got some ideas on how we want to do that. But yeah, we want to start doing like a narrative campaign once 9th comes out. And that's going to be along with the tutorials that we're still doing. We got a lot of stuff on tap. I've been painting so much lately, we haven't had a chance to get. I've got 2 or 3 tutorials that I've got taped. Any chance I get a Chaos counterpart? I don't want to say no to that. I don't want to say no to that. Although, oddly enough, for Chaos, there is a very specific, I should say, there are 2 very specific armies in Chaos that appeal to me other than my Death Guard. Oh, dude, you don't got to convert me, my man. You don't have to convert me. You don't understand. I don't have the figures for it yet, but I've been playing it on Tabletop Simulator. I really, really like the Red Corsairs and the Emperor's Children. So I'm not. You don't need to convert me. I've been playing Chaos since. I've been playing Chaos since '94. I'm one of those guys that doesn't stick to any one army. I mean, as you guys notice, I mean, I've got 4,500 points of Death Guard. I've got 4,000 points of Wolves. Once I get all these Imperial Guard painted and finished building these last couple of vehicles, I think I'll have 2,000 points plus of. Actually, I think if I just built it all and just laid it on the table, I probably already have like 3,000 points of Guard. I just got pieces that I'd swap up depending on what I want to play them as. I'm a guy that likes having a large amount of choices so I can play whatever army I want to play. I'm not one of these guys that wants 50,000 points in one army. I want 5,000 points in 10 armies. So, yeah, the Corsairs they have such cool fluff. Their leader with that weird gauntlet thing he's got going on, it's such a cool character. Really cool rules. I dig the Corsairs. All right, so we are getting close to the end of the night here. It's almost 9 o'clock. So just a quick chat about a couple of things. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm on the stream right now. So a couple little. We're not going to be changing the focus of the channel, like I said. But when 9th comes out, we're going to focus a bit more on how to play and how to play some of the fluff portions, so that we can get some of that fluff and narrative stuff going with the game. That's a big time goal. Secondly, I'm excited for 9th. I called it. It was right. I'm excited, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to 9th, and I'm looking forward to Primaris with chainsaws and pistols. All right, so lastly, we're going to quick give a shout out to our Patreon. So first off, we have in our Battle Brother Patreons, we have Inquisitor Zane, who was weirdly not here tonight, missing my little buddy Zane. And we have Mini War Mutt. Thank you so much, guys. That little bit of patronage every month still helps us out quite a bit. helps buy things like paint, brushes, and resin for the printer. Um, you know, keep on coming back. Hit that bell, hit that like button. We're not gonna stop producing content anytime soon. I appreciate you coming in. We've got our tier 2 Patreons. We've got Heinrich Botha, and we've got Joe Bookish, and I appreciate both of you guys. And we have our 3 top tiers. We have James Meeks, the Smash Captain, the Ultimate Smash Captain, James Meeks. We have my brother, the Ultimate Modeler, Master Modeler, Alex Drake, an amazing painter, an amazing builder, an amazing modeler, and an inspiration for a lot of the stuff I do. And lastly, we have, coming in from high orbit, our moderator, our wielder of the banhammer, the amazing Commodore. So I love all you guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you for everything you do. Please hit that like button. It lets YouTube know I'm doing a good job at entertaining you. It helps me out. When this is up on, if you're watching this in the archives below, throw some comments or some ideas. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you're thinking about 9th edition and what you're looking forward to the most. There will be a lot more 9th edition content as we get closer and as it comes out. We're going to kind of go all in. 8th edition brought me back to the game. 9th edition, I think we're going to take it fully, get into it. So, that being said, ring that bell, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. We have Patreon. We have some Discord abilities if you get on with Patreon. We have Instagram. I'm the Gamecraft Dragon. She is Lady Dragon 28. We also have merch. I'll have a link to it down below, but we are on Teespring and the Gamecraft Dragon store, where we have t-shirts, mugs, leggings, and lots of other fun stuff. We love you all so much. We thank you all for your time. I appreciate you spending part of your Tuesday evening with us here on Taco Tuesday. We should have tutorials out every weekend. If not a tutorial, we usually will, if we know we're not going to have a tutorial, we'll try and do 2 efforts and do it live. We should have a tutorial out this week. I've got a bunch of stuff done for you guys, and we're building a table, and I'm going to be taping how we do that table. So all you guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Remember, epic your game and epic your life. I'm Big D. Smash that like and game on, my friends.